What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with Tactical Gaming, bringing you guys another video on Hasan. Apparently, he has done something else to piss people off, which honestly does not surprise me none. And I love how I get a lot of weird comments that, like, either people delete because it's like, come on, don't delete your guys' comments. I want to read them and react to them and then, do a video on it. So go ahead and be rude, racist, and bigot. Go for it. But apparently Hasan says some naughty words. Let's get into it. More Pegasus here. Love this guy. We're going to give him a like. I always like his videos.
Responds claiming he's autistic in regards to politics. He claims he's an expert who's been studying it for years with a professional degree back in 1945. He's back supporting terrorism again. Apparently, the mayor of New York City, Zoran Mamdani's wife, just got exposed for repeatedly...
Mamdani's wife back Palestinian terrorism. Why do they black out terrorism? What the fuck? Stop with that. You can't be a fair and impartial media if you're going to black out shit. Okay? And also YouTube, stop trying to block and censor people's voices. You're not a publisher. And if you're going to do that, become a publisher. Because if not, stop trying to play the fucking like, oh hey, because this has naughty words, you can't say this or you can't do that. No. You operate in the United States. So start acting like it. Or go the fuck away, YouTube. Because y'all are ridiculous with your little rules and regulations. You're going to let someone like Hasan put videos on your platform and spread hate and a whole bunch of other kind of shit. But you're not going to actually let people say the truth when someone does something stupid or something really bad, like terrorist acts. But okay, terrorism, old social media post, report says. Isn't that, like, cancelable? Like, oh my god, like, people who said the N-word, like, 20, 30 years ago were getting canceled. People doing parties and stuff were getting canceled. All these people who were on a specific side, either Republican or, conservative, were getting canceled. But it seems like liberals, communists, can just do whatever. Break the rules. They're like, rules for thee, but not for me kind of like shit. Which is funny, right? Because that kind of sounds like a no kings protest like kind of thing, right? You'd want to protest against people in power saying, I can do whatever I want while you peasants can just deal with it.
Supporting terrorists and making some edgy tweets in the past, Hasan is ecstatic at finding a fellow terrorist glazer and continues supporting her. Unfortunately for him, it completely backfires. Turns out she said the N-word a while back, and Hasan's fan base, who is is not having it. They start confronting him one by one, and Hasan has a 30-minute non-stop crash out screaming at his chat.
Oh, please tell me. Please tell me you show it.
Agents of Israel? You cannot make this shit up. Pathetic IRL streamer Bonnie has responded after harassing an elderly couple in the street for no reason. Asman is considering hosting the Regat Olympics to find the dumbest streamers. Subscribe or you gotta attend Hasan Piker University.
I'm good. Definitely gotta love it. He's entertaining.
So last time, Hasan was busy attending his hyper-capitalist Oscar parties, and
I love how he's a super capitalist, socialist. Oh, hey, I would give away money, or I don't make that much money. Dude lives in $1 million house and literally drives a $500,000+ car. That is beyond what, a socialist is, other than a socialist dictator. All their people starve. They get to eat, lavish, luxurious, foods and, live in a nice house and have electricity, running warm water, internet, and their people just, fuck off, basically.
Collabing with pathetic simp orbiter Mike from PA after getting rejected by iShowSpeed, by the way. Holy downgrade.
Hasan just recorded an episode on Asmongold. No, it's the Hasan Asmongold episode. It's so funny.
Oh, God.
Well, now he's back in his lovely stream room and he's arguing with his chat again. Hasan goes back and forth with Chatterer, who called out his level of expertise in international relations. If I look at your comments in the Asmongold, of course he brings up Asmongold.
Most of these weapons that could be utilized against Iran are already turned. Hasan, this isn't content. Why do these people care about what your non-expert has to say about all this? You're a cosplayer, bro. Quit yapping.
That's funny because that kind of reminds me of Steven Crowder calling him and fucking Greta Thunberg communist cosplayers, which, I mean, is basically true because, you know, Greta Thunberg, who's like barely 18, 19, I think, ugly ass girl, has quite a bit of money because, I mean, how else is she like traveling all around the world, going to all these places, unless someone's paying it for her, such as George Soros or someone with a lot of money, or her. And then same thing with, you know, Hasan here, who like I've said, has $1 million home, makes $1 million a year, at least $1 million a year, probably way more than that, which is fucking crazy. But literally, and acts like he's a socialist. That no, you are a capitalist.
If I look at your comments in the Asmongold chat and I find out that you're glazing his analysis, will you feel a sense of shame? Or no? Because
Rent free.
I'm not a
Yep.
missile autist. I am not a map autist. I'm a political autist. It's ironic because
Political autist? What?
I do actually. This is literally my area of expertise when it comes to international relations, when it comes to talking about.
Okay, so in what way, shape, or form are you an expert in international of anything? Like, in anything? Like, literally, why? Just because you have money to be able to go to, you know, these communist areas and, like, other places? I've never seen you go to Iran, my guy, or Palestine. You went to China. You went to China, and you then went to the streets of Los Angeles to go and do the protests there. But you didn't say shit about the protests in Iran. I mean, other than that's poetic justice. Found it funny that, you know, Iranian civilians were getting murdered by their government. Totally fine with our people here going against the government, despite our government being 100 times better than Iranians. We ain't perfect, but you know what? At least we have free speech and you're allowed to protest and say whatever you want about your government as long as it's not a threat. Which you've done on several different occasions. Maybe not directly, indirectly for the most part. And much like other liberals like you try to get other people with your words to do stupid shit.
Anti-imperialism, not only do I have a degree in just this, but also on top of that,
show us that degree. Show us the degree. If you have it, it should be in a plaque. It will be a piece of paper that says it. Oh, show it. Show it.
I've spent the last decade or so talking about exactly this scenario. So no, in comparison to the average commentator in the United States of America, both to my right and the liberal content creators as well, I do have the specific knowledge to communicate about events such as this.
You are a liberal content creator because you ain't fair and impartial, much like Asmongold is, who like sees bad on both sides. He can see the bad that Republicans/conservatives do, and the bad that the liberal socialists do. Okay, he is more of like dead center, maybe somewhat a little right, maybe somewhat a little left, but I would definitely say he's pretty much dead center. You are just a liberal grifter. You will literally glaze anyone who's a communist, anyone who goes against a specific regime that you don't like America, which is funny because you make millions of dollars here and you don't live anywhere else. I don't understand why you don't live in Iran or Palestine or any of these places that you say is so much better.
Analyze them, interpret them, and educate the public on them.
Right. Now he's a political autist. So that is his area of
Autist.
expertise.
So
now. So
dumb.
it's international relations, obviously missile ballistics, obviously an explosive ordnance expert as well, as he'll have you know.
He's a damn Nepo baby. He went to private school. There's literally a picture of his fat ass sitting on a fucking horse playing polo. Okay? Literally. Like, he never lived a normal life like anyone else, like, at all. Like, whatsoever. So how is he an expert in anything?
Very familiar with where to procure such, machinery from China, of course.
Yep.
You really don't need suicide bombing anymore.
Here it is right here, by the way. Anyone who was wondering, like the little commenters going, he never said that. This is him getting ready to talk about how easy it is to get suicide drones from fucking China. Okay?
Just make fucking drones. You can purchase them in the online marketplace. Like, China literally sells explosive ordnance delivery mechanisms.
But yeah, I love how him
See?
sitting there 10
See?
hours a day, scrolling Twitter every single day, reading about 1 million tweets, somehow makes him like a political expert, an autistic political expert, right? Of super genius of some sorts. No, guys, don't say that he's a phony. He has a degree from 15 years ago in communications and poli-science, apparently. He learned a lot from that. That's why the extent of his communications is screaming over people and melting down and slandering them.
How can I be okay? I hate all of you!
And politics is basically America bad, and therefore everything anti-America is good, including dictatorships and terrorists. So, that's the extent of his analysis. Real good shit there. And he goes, yeah, I have like a decade of experience. Yeah, your decade of experience getting everything wrong all the time, man. Have some shame.
Yep.
Mr. Russia will never invade Ukraine. A week before the invasion.
We did it successfully. We stopped Vladimir Putin from invading Ukraine. Or maybe that was never gonna fucking happen. Like I said, it was never gonna fucking happen.
Mr. Trump will...
He is such an idiot. Such an idiot.
Will do, nothing with Venezuela before capturing Maduro.
That shit was funny. That shit was so funny. People are like, oh, America can't do it. Bitch, watch us.
Like, you're just consistently wrong about every single thing. The only people who think you're right is the Iranian regime who's playing you on TV alongside Sneeko, dude.
No! No! They put me with Sneeko! No! I didn't realize!
Right, so then in classic Hasan Piker fashion, he brings up Israel. Every time. Honestly, somebody's got to make me a bingo or something. We gotta do one of these videos. We check through the bingos. I'm pretty sure it'll be fairly easy to make one for Hasan.
But on the other hand, you can, chat rent-free, holy baited lol. It basically goes to show exactly what you're trying to get out of this. But contrary to your favorite content creator, I do have a degree in just this, right? This is what I studied. And this is what I've been doing for the past 10 years, which is precisely the reason why my analysis so far has been
wrong.
Crowder called you a commie cosplayer today, so these people were told what they think about you today. Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, Steven Crowder is a great example of a person who is not very knowledgeable, but simply regurgitates American Enterprise Institute talking points.
Steven Crowder at least cites all his sources, right? He literally gives you links to all his sources, which is why I use a lot of his information. And Pegasus, because they make sure that they have the sources right. You just give opinions. You don't give facts, Hasan, at all. You are just an over-opinionated asshole. Which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with giving your opinion, but the thing is, you should probably say, in my opinion, this is probably what's going to happen, not, I know for a fact, because I've been studying this for 10 years, I've been doing this for 10 years. When you first came on YouTube, you were talking about, like, mounting women and, like, Miley Cyrus and inappropriate things about Miley Cyrus and Hannah Montana and shit when she was, like, a teenager, which makes more sense now that we found out about your little, escapades in Germany with a 15-year-old brothel girl. That's there. Look it up. Don't believe me. Look it up. He even, on his own freaking thing, he talks about it. But, yeah. Dude is not an expert in anything other than just flapping his gums.
For example, that's like one great example. He's a bad person overall and not very knowledgeable on these issues as well. They're just
He worked for Fox News. I mean, granted, Fox News isn't like the best news media either, but still, he at least worked for an official news media. He may be somewhat of a comedian, he tries to make fun of certain kind of things to kind of bring a little bit of lightheartedness to it, but still, at least he gives facts.
Repeating whatever kind of they're repeating whatever kind of talk points they're getting from Israeli think tanks.
Oh my god.
Classic. I mean, Hasan gets rage baited by chatter, brings up some random unrelated thing, and makes it about Israel. Anyone criticizing me is obviously an agent of Israel, and you'll see later this video, he literally calls out his own fans who are criticizing him.
I'm clipping that.
All agents of Israel. I mean, you got it, Hasan. The ghosts are definitely real. The Israel is in your cereal. You're not schizo. You're not at the nursing home. Don't worry.
You're not there.
Wouldn't you feel shameful defending it? This guy is spamming every single reply with this. Dude, what's wrong with you? He did it again, blaming Asmongold or Israel. Take a shot. You're definitely getting alcohol poisoning if you're doing this.
You're gonna die if you do that.
On his own, in terms of political analysis, international relations, and Israel-USA Middle Eastern aggression, no one has the reach he has. He invented political strength. Okay, bait used to be believable. In 100 years, people will say Hasan was right. Okay. You got me.
That's so funny.
Right? And now I understand the levels of rage bait you're doing. I appreciate your dedication to this at this point. Not a degree in international relations at all. This is Hasan Piker's...
Hasan Piker graduated cum laude from Rutgers University with a bachelor's degree, holding a dual degree, double major, in political science and communication studies. So the basic kind of thing that almost any news media anchor will sit there and get, and those people don't do very much. They don't even do the research themselves for the most part. He completed his studies in 2013 after transferring from the University of Miami, which is exactly why he was a Miami bro when he first started doing his YouTube channel way back in the day. Like old enough to mount, wink wink, kind of weird.
Educational background, by the way. Bachelor's degree. He has a major in political science and communications. Completed his studies in 2013. This man is bragging about his degree from 13 years ago. Buddy, what the fuck? Buddy, what the hell is wrong with you? You're still holding on to that 13 years ago?
And he didn't even use that degree at all until 3-4 years after, I think.
Dude, the world is entirely different. Education is entirely different. Bro's holding on to the fucking first iPhone or some shit with this. I mean, this just shows that Hasan has literally no legs to stand on. This guy has to bring up a degree from over a decade ago, bro. At that point, they should make it null and void. They should legitimately be like, yeah, no, buddy, that shit doesn't count anymore. Hey, try to get a job with that, Hasan. Let's see how you do. Unironically, I don't think you're getting employed. Moving on to Hasan supporting terrorism again. Of course, this is just lovely for Hasan Piker. All in a day's work, of course. So it all started here. Hasan tweeted, "She is awesome, and this post is awesome. Thank you for sharing." And he's quote tweeting this. In September 2017, New York City First Lady posted a photo of her Tumblr account of the terrorist. "If it does good for my cause, I'd be happy to accept death. Longtime member of the U.S. designated terrorist organization, participated in plane hijackings. Underwent several cosmetic surgery procedures to disguise her identity. Threatened to detonate a grenade unless the pilots let her into the cockpit. She was revered by terrorists and their allies as the first woman to..."
Damn. See, that's back in my day when I was young, if this kind of information was found out about somebody, they'd be forced to step down or step away from their political wants. Right? That's just fucking crazy.
Hijack a plane. Yeah, so the mayor's wife was 20 years old at the time. And basically this
she's 80 now. Just kidding.
New from me, Rama, wife of New York City, Zora Mamdani, shared several posts glorifying Palestinian terrorism on old social media accounts that remain active. She's also used the N-word. And basically keeps going on International Women's Day, retweeted a post praising this person, another terrorist. This person participated in the bombing and terrorist attacks. Retweeted a bunch of shit, and it keeps going and going and going. There's her saying the N-word, including blaming white people for creating Al-Qaeda and disparaging U.S. troops. Right, so I saw that and absolutely loved this. In fact, he responds on stream in a second. "You were definitely definitely not beating the terrorism supporter allegations. Awesome. It doesn't matter if rapes happened on October 7th. Hasan Piker quote, classic. This person hijacked a plane. Surely you can understand that after 9/11, some New Yorkers might have reservations about celebrating a terrorist who hijacked larger passenger planes.
Yep.
Well, Hasan said America deserved 9/11, so
Yeah.
obviously he doesn't give a fuck.
America deserved 9/11, dude. I'm saying it.
Anyways, turns out Hasan responded and he had a 30-minute meltdown. So it started off real happy by supporting terrorists because, you know, it's Hasan. But then eventually he gets to the N-word part where she tweeted out the N-word when she was younger. And Hasan's woke scolding fan base is not having it. That is unacceptable, right?
Good.
Supporting terrorists, fine. Saying the N-word a decade ago, not fine. Right, so Hasan starts off real happy here.
Tawaji also used the N-word. I hate my chud anti-Semitic wife. Once again, maximum support to Rama Dawaji, okay, in these trying times.
Supports a terrorist supporter.
I hate my based-ass wife, dude.
Finds it funny.
First Lady Rama Dawaji used the N-word in an X post from 2013. Brother, it was not called X back then, okay? It was called Twitter, and it was in 2013. Oh my god.
But you were totally for canceling anyone else for saying any other words like that, especially if they're white.
Disparaging U.S. troops fighting abroad is not brave, nor are they fighting for anyone's freedom. Double true. Oh my god, the more I read about her, the more I'm like, she's cooler than Zoran.
You're an idiot.
She's so much cooler than Zoran. It's crazy. Yeah, no, the N-word thing is like, yeah, she's 15. I don't give a and neither do you. Don't even.
What?
Yeah, don't try to come at me and be like, oh my god,
Wait.
It's not your place. Like,
hang on. What about 15?
Zoran is crazy. Yeah, no, the N-word thing is like, yeah, she's 15. I don't give a
Okay.
You don't even. Yeah, don't try to come at me and be like, oh my god, it's not your place. Like, come on, okay? She was 15 years old. If you're really gonna stress this, you're in July 2015, New York City First Lady Rama.
But yet you're all up in arms and talking crap about Kavanaugh and going to a party and, you know, living a certain kind of lifestyle, and then, you know, you're all totally fine with believing that one lady who completely and totally fucking lied about getting raped and crap. You were totally fine with canceling him when he was roughly around that age. Are you serious? Oh, wait, that's right. He's white and not brown, so Hasan's just a racist.
Dawaji retweeted a thread that said, Tel Aviv shouldn't exist in the first place. Yeah.
Tel Aviv shouldn't exist in the first place. That's basically talking about killing a whole mass amount of people. That's some Nazi shit.
She's so awesome, dude.
Are you serious?
Oh, maybe she should have ran for mayor.
Dude.
What would the perfect Zoran
Dude.
response to this be? I condemn my chud wife. I am divorcing her immediately, and I am marrying my true love, the nation state of Israel.
He should just retire at this point. He's a fucking moron.
Oh.
Right, so, you know, Hasan having a real good time here, laughing and smiling. He found a fellow terrorist supporter. Hasan, for the first time in his life, he feels seen. He feels heard. He feels understood. You know, it's really comforting.
And look, there's a terrorist right there on his page, on his whatever channel.
Like, you know, real great guy right there. Real great guy. Real role model for the people there. But little did he know that this would backfire super hard because Hasan constantly glazes this woman, and Hasan's fan base cannot tolerate that Hasan is glazing someone who said the N-word at one point. So
Which is funny. Which is
funny.
funny. They have an issue with the N-word, but not with the fact that that lady was totally okay with, like, terrorist groups killing innocent people. It's one thing to go after military targets, okay, but innocent civilians is, like, where the line should be drawn on any platform. Like, people like Hasan are giving, like, America issue because, oh, hey, this accidentally got bombed, or this got almost hit, or whatever. It's like, okay, there's a difference between an accident, which is still bad, and then purposely going after civilians. And it very clearly shows Hasan supports terrorist groups going after civilians. And if you can't believe that, then you are just retarded.
Confronting him one by one in a non-stop chain of rage baiting.
Those views are reprehensible and don't represent her anymore. If he says that, I will lose my mind, dude. Very arrogant of you to decide that people should be accepting of saying slurs just because of their age. Black people throughout their lives have had to listen to the peers say slurs at them every day because people think they understand our culture. Sorry, I'm a white supremacist, I guess. Obviously unacceptable at every age, but if you think that I'm gonna cynically lean into, great man, it's ridiculous, man, shut your bitch ass
That's gonna
up.
be a great clip.
Shut the up, dumbass. Really? You want to lean into Zionist propaganda about the wife of a mayor who's being cyber stalked? Get the out of here, dude. Suck my fucking dick. You are currently
Gay.
a Nazi government's Nazi-ass defenders by
What?
black bodies in spaces. How the does that feel? You're a black American in the United States of America.
So
you are
stupid.
Actively participating in propaganda.
Oh my
for the
God.
active, ongoing Nazi states' initiatives to undermine and ridicule and bully anyone that places the humanity and the emphasis on Palestinian children.
You totally laughed at that woman pretty much justifying and supporting the murder of innocent Israelis and anybody else. Innocent people are innocent people. I don't give a shit where they're from, whether it's innocent Iranian people, like what the Iranian government did to their protesters, killed them. I don't support that at all. I'm for the Iranian people. Same thing for Israelis, right? I don't support anyone attacking innocent Israeli people who have no part of any war or any other bullshit. Much like when he said America deserved 9/11. Hasan, you could go suck a big fat ass cock and glaze all over it. Go for it. Because that's ridiculous that you're going to sit there and say that we deserve 9/11. Okay? We didn't do shit. Government did shit, but we didn't. Okay? And that in lies the problem. He's going to sit here and go all up in arms about people calling out him and, like, all these other people. You're a fucking moron, Hasan.
That's what you're participating in. Who do you think has it worse? You as a black American or Palestinian children that are being slaughtered? Shut your bitch ass up. Virtue signaling.
How about tell the Palestinian children's parents to stop being terrorists? How about that? Because have you ever heard of the sins of the father? Have you ever heard of that term? Sins of the father. Well, guess fucking what? If all their parents, the mom and the dad, are being terrorists, strapping bombs to their kids' chests, and brainwashing their kids and telling them all Israelis, all Christians are evil and need to die or be converted, and how they convert is by rape. There's no difference on that. It's rape. It's either we're going to force you to do our religion and we're going to rape you until you do, or you're going to die. That is the only outcome with Palestinian and Iranian government people, okay? Not the actual citizenry. No, that's the government.
Oh, I can't believe it. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Be smart.
And he's flipping people off. Oh, man, that's...
Oh my god. Be smart coming from Hasan is absolutely diabolical. That is diabolical,
comical what it
right?
is.
But dude, honestly, never ask Hasan Piker what he thinks about black people. Worst mistake of my life. Never ask Hasan his opinion on black people. Bro literally morphs into a white supremacist instantly.
Called himself a white
He said
supremacist.
it. It's not even me. He's the one saying it.
When it comes to black folks, you really don't want to talk about us unless it comes from voting. When is the last time you spoke about Sudan? I'm gonna fucking ether you. Any other black folk want to engage in radical activist language in this fucking chat? Suck my fucking cock. You think you have a pass in here to fucking speak?
Oh, look, Hasan doesn't like black people.
Fucking clip about how much of a fucking white supremacist I am. Suck my dick. You don't understand black people. Shut the fuck up. Black people care about border. I don't give a fuck what black people care about.
Oh my god.
Can I just say, I love this, okay?
Oh my
His
god, the clips I'm gonna get out of this.
audience, the one he weaponizes against absolutely everyone to cancel any person who blinks in the wrong direction, right? To cancel
Oh my
Ethan
God.
for his Reddit post decades ago, right? You know,
Yeah.
he made a bunch of edgy jokes decades ago, and yeah, Hasan had no problem exploiting that.
'Cause he's a
Also, I
Jew,
love how
that's why.
he uses the same tactics as he does against like slop tubers and Asmongold. He says, "Oh yeah, it's just Zionist propaganda." Of course, of course. The fact that your own audience is now mad at you, you know, excusing people saying the N-word because you trained them all this time to be extremely hostile towards anyone who said it any time in their life ever, right? Even if you were 10 years old, a baby, and somebody forced you to say, nope, you're a racist for life, obviously. But yeah, it's hilarious. So this is Zionist propaganda. His own audience is now Israel supporters, according to him. I mean, this is legitimately
So dumb.
like Pokemon, where you hurt yourself in confusion. Like
Right.
that's actually what he's doing right now. So then the rage baiting continues. More and more chatters just pile on and on and on and keep pushing his buttons.
Anybody and everybody that leads in that book, watch how you speak to black people who don't watch your mouth. Oh my God. Oh my God. If you try to do standpoint epistemology in this chat to justify Israeli Hasbara that is launched cynically to bully and ridicule people that are out there speaking out
He is a
against
hypocrite.
Israeli war crimes that are ongoing, you are a f***ing idiot and you are my enemy. You are not woke at all. You are not woke at all. They're trying to cancel you. Cancel me then. Cancel me. Cancel me. What the f*** are you gonna do? Cancel me.
He's losing his mind.
Cry about it, okay? Go build a bridge and get the f*** over it. Oh my God.
I think he's losing his mind because
I'm a white supremacist. I don't give a sh. Do something productive in your
God.
life, dumbass. That chatter was self-admittedly not even black. I know. But wait till you see the TikTok clips that come out of this. They'll be like, Hasan berates black chatter who's upset about someone using the N-word. I'm wokely defending the Nazi regime of Israel and wokely participating in their propaganda campaign.
Oh my.
how much you want to bet this man is like losing his marbles all for the fact that he has like a deep-seated fear in the Iranian regime falling and going to like a much more moderate and or conservative valued style, and he's gonna lose all his money because I now this is just pure speculation and opinion, but I'm pretty sure he gets a lot of money from Iran, like the Iranian and Palestinian government, because he sits there and talks so positively of it and denies all evidence of all of their ill comings and all the bad shit that they've done and tries to justify it. Oh, well, the Israelis did it to him first. It always has to go to the Jews, which is ridiculous. But still, I'm thinking this man's losing his marbles as much as he is just strictly because he is going to lose his cash cow, the thing that's been paying for all his lifestyle to keep spreading the bullshit. And he's now starting to think, oh no, I am probably going to have to start living a normal life and working at a fast food restaurant because he has no life skills.
God, this is the community you have fostered.
Yeah.
Watch how you speak about black people, Hasan. Never do it. Never ask Hasan about black people. He will totally
I love
crack
this.
out on you. The worst mistake in my life, of course. Bro, this is your audience. You have to accept it. These are people who lose their minds over someone saying a bad word, an edgy word 10 years ago when they were a teenager, when they were not even adult. And you used to be this person as well. And now suddenly you don't care, right? Because you realize, hey, there's bigger issues to focus on right now, right? So that's what you're trying to do. But you don't get to leave your audience behind. This is what you've cultivated. This is the Frankenstein monster that you've created. You don't just get to run away, right? And you're finally reaping what you sow. And the thing I love the most about Hasan as a streamer is his lovely relationship with this community. You know, he really just has the best fans. He has like a very special bond with them that involves, melting down like a lunatic every other day, constantly. I legitimately think he hates them more than like all his actual ops. He hates them more than Ethan, and he hates them more than he loves Asmongold. Okay, now we're going too far. My bad, guys. My bad. Right, so then somebody calls him brain dead, and he flippin' loses it.
What are we doing here, man? Zoran's wife exposed for being a racist piece of shit, and Hasan calls it Israeli propaganda lol. Actual brain dead. Yeah, look at the Hasbara bots, dude. All roads lead to Rome X. Crusades are now X. Crusader guy locally defending taking a principled stance. How malleable are people who are supposed to be kind individuals, dude? Actually, God. So you are defending what she said? That's what it sounds like? Oh my God. You can be against Israel and speaking count against what she said. I'm telling you right now, sincerely, once again, I don't give a fuck. I don't care that Zoran's wife, that you never would have heard of when she was 15 years old, used the N-word with a soft A 13 years ago. Are you out of your fucking mind? And now it's being utilized and deployed so that dumb like you can chirp about it? Are you stupid? Do you have no critical thinking skills? Do you not comprehend that you are being manipulated?
He's retarded.
You're being manipulated. It's a knob.
You know,
He's manipulating his audience, and now that all of them are starting to go, it's like, well, this is hypocritical because you were totally not okay with it before, but you're okay with a brown lady saying it and doing it. It's kind of crazy and racist.
The funniest part about this is that he's actually right, you know? Not that this is Israel propaganda.
He's a
or that
hypocrite.
Any of these are
He's a hypocrite.
Zionist bots doing this. That shit's delusional, obviously. But that someone saying the N-word 15 years ago or whatever, or when they were 15 years old, obviously, you can grow and change or whatever and evolve, and, you know, it doesn't mean that you're a racist
Very true.
or whatever. You could have been like an edgy teen. I mean, look at flipping iDubbbz. I mean, look at the one.
He's a pussy
he
now.
More racist, let's be honest. He became explicitly racist. Before he would just say slurs. Now he's like a billion times more racist, right? Literally mocking actual Iranians who are going through oppression and just being this terrible woke scolder. I mean, that's another product of Hasan there. But yeah, I just love it because this is exactly how him and his community cancel other people as well. They're canceling Emiru for, you know, having this association with Asmongold. Oh, she's by proxy racist.
Tech Tone right there, off on the right, got freaking banned on YouTube for a week for calling Hasan gay for Asmongold. Like, literally. That's some bullshit. Really? And I'm curious on how and why he got banned for that, but yet Hasan could sit there on his streams and his videos sitting there praising and glazing people for saying the N-word, like calling for freaking radicalization and the murder of a whole group of people just because of who they are. Like, really? But he gets banned for calling Frogan fat on Twitch, and then he gets banned on YouTube for at least for a week for literally calling Hasan gay for Asmongold. Really. That's ass backwards and kind of hypocritical, right?
Oh, she doesn't want to speak about politics? Oh, she must be supporting ICE. She must be this horrible person. Oh my God. Like, this is what your community does constantly over and over. And I'm so glad it's happening to him now. Also, you know, the ironic thing is that he was literally
wear longer
talking
pants
about this in his speeches at those universities. Like when he went to UBC and Northwestern or whatever the fuck, right? He was talking about how the left needs to manufacture outrage more, right? You need to get mad about shit even more that doesn't matter, right? And that's exactly what they're doing right now. They're manufacturing outrage, and you can't handle it. You can't handle it. So then he gets back to
he can't handle the monster he created.
You know, like in League of Legends, of course. He starts calling everyone an agent of Israel, and then he starts screaming and making fun of them, making voices, you know, all the Diddy Piker tactics.
Talk to me if she's still slinging it right now, okay? That's a different equation. Bro, we do not need the CIA. This is why we have outsourced it. We have outsourced the CIA. People have become agents of the American and the Israeli State Departments on their own. Why are you doing unpaid government labor? At least let him cut you a fucking check, dude.
Kind of like what Iran does for you.
Right at the same time. No, they can't. Enough. Why can't you justify American military intervention in Iran by claiming that the Iranian government is the greatest evil of all time, while simultaneously saying American intervention shouldn't exist? I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not a idiot. Hasan,
yeah, you are.
Why can't you say the Cuban government is starving its own people?
Because it is.
Because
it is.
Shouldn't be starving the Cuban population as well. I don't know. Because I'm not stupid. Have you thought about that? Maybe you're stupid and I'm not. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe because I look at the institutions that are cynically advancing these goals for a very deliberate reason, so that anyone
he's anti-American government.
Ever for any cause beyond their own selfish desires,
positive any other government, especially government that controls their people.
Ritualistically on the timeline. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe you should stop being a pussy No! Have you thought about not being
Oh
a
my
selfish
God.
Amerifat for once in your life? No, you can't. You can't do that.
Oh my God.
The dude is pro-communist regime, meaning not the people, the government. He is totally for the Iranian government that puts down their people. He's totally for friggin' the communist countries like China, who puts down their people and imprisons their people, and Cuba, which puts down their people and imprisons their people, but yet goes against America, Israel, and any other country that has a little bit more freedom than all those. Kind of fucking crazy, right?
I am actually dying here, bro. My abs are gonna get abs now. I'm legit, at the end of the year, I'm gonna have like an 8-pack, guys. Like, laughing at Hasan every day is probably more effective than ab workouts or a strict diet or a calorie deficit. Like,
I've done
I'm
like
gonna get
9
a
clips out of
YouTuber to
this.
Tell people about this because laughing at this guy constantly, day after day. Oh my God, bro. Thank you, Hasan.
I am
for
totally
progress
gonna
for
be
me. It really, fills
sending
my
these
life
tech
force.
tones. This would be
Like,
hilarious.
if I was on 2 HP, I'm back at 100 right now, bro. Like, people need to look at their firstborn. They need to travel the world. They need to go to Japan 16 times to actually feel something in life. All I need to do is turn on the Hasan Piker stream and fucking clown on this guy because legitimately there is no greater joy in this world. Like, the entertainment is peak. Now, he used a term there that I've never actually heard before. Did he say America fat? Or no, wait, America fat. What? Does that mean like a fat American, or like I just don't understand. Does it mean like a fat American who just sits around, or Amerifat is like a American fascist, or like I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of the Diddy Piker language here. Maybe he needs to use a soundboard again. That'll help me understand more, of course.
Yeah, I'm sub-mogging him pretty hard as the alpha chad that I am.
But yeah, I just don't understand how Hasan thinks that it's a good idea to just completely melt down at your own fans day after day.
So bad.
When have I ever done this? I mean, I don't think I've ever done this in my entire 7-year career. I mean, I've never needed to because, you guys aren't woke scolding regards, and I can pretty much, just say my actual opinion. And you guys, usually agree, or if you disagree, you will respectfully disagree, or, maybe you'll say something in the comments, but I probably won't see it, so I don't really give a fuck. But with Hasan here, he will literally pull up the 0-like comment, right? The one comment he sees in his live chat feed, and then he will pretend like, okay, this is everybody's opinion now. I need to get mad about it. And then when he does that, he signal boosts it so that even more people come in, and then he just has to scream, even though there's nobody on the other side. Hasan, they don't exist, okay? Hasan, you realize you can turn off the stream. You don't have to maul.
Dude needs to retire.
Signal out every
He needs to stop streaming.
Lose your mind. I mean, if you want to give content.
If he's gonna stream, he might as well just do gaming stuff and not show his voice and his face.
Over the other person, even though they're just typing. There's nobody even screaming back at him, and he's just losing it. And the fact that they keep baiting him over and over, and these are 19-month subscribers or something, legitimate fans of him who pay him. And honestly, I don't even think it's bait. They genuinely are just mad at him. Right, so then he proceeds to call all of them selfish Americans, of course, and then he crashes out at the one person, giving him good advice.
Or someone saying the N-word was a soft day at the age of 15 in 2013. I know one is way more impactful for you because you're American, because you're a selfish American. That's why. That's what it is. That's why you lean into this propaganda bullshit. Now go ahead and talk about how I'm a white man and don't understand it. And that's precisely why, although I've received endless amounts of racialized ridicule and endless amounts of attacks for the past 3 years, I don't get any kind of bigotry because I'm a white man, right? That way, you morally cleanse yourself
You're Turkish.
of the evil that you and I both contribute to by being Americans. I agree with you, but you got to be slightly less aggro when talking about stuff like this because it gets clips and make you look bad to leftists who agree with you on 95% of things who aren't familiar with you. No, because I need them to understand that they're also soft as baby. You can ridicule and try to reframe the argument that I'm making because it hurts your feelings. But that is the reality, okay? And we need to wake the fuck up and lock the fuck in. If you want to be a competent organizer, if you want to be a competent person in general, You
10 clips.
cannot get duped like this. You
10
have to
clips out of this
understand
guy.
that what people have done in the past is not reflective of who they are now. You need to understand that sometimes people just wire you to become loyal servants of a cause.
Wow, interesting, Hasan. So, right, okay, so that person that you like can actually change their opinions, obviously, but, you know, when somebody you don't like does this, or you find some old info about them,
See,
like,
look, they
you
used
know,
to be
he sees a
friends.
Reddit account, he can't change. Of course, he's been the same this entire time. He's a racist, he's a degenerate, he's a PDF file, of course. All your ops are PDF files, obviously. That's just how it works. Like, you're such a hypocrite, bro. You're clearly just super mad that your own tactics are being used against you. And I just want you to see how this feels, right? This is what you do to other people all the time. And this is part of the reason why people hate you. That and you know, electrocuting your dog, that
Big
also
time.
helps a lot. But you're basically experiencing a fraction of what you actually unleash upon this world. And I still maintain that Hasan is bad, right? Hasan is pretty bad. But his fan base has got to be like 10 times worse, right? The amount of fucking vermin cockroaches this guy has...
They're all brainwashed.
...is actually crazy. The amount of, like, open terrorist supporters, just evil, evil people just lurking in the sewers of his chat is just crazy. And congrats, now you have to deal with the most insufferable, annoying, virtue-signaling douchebags. And you deserve absolutely all of it.
Yep.
Nobody's gonna have any sympathy for you. You wanted a fanatical audience that blindly, you know, follows this sort of woke agenda, whatever, and that's exactly what they're doing, right? They are loyal to the causes before they're loyal to you.
If you use any of the N-word, you're a scum. Oh my God, shut up. Yes, I know. Yes, you're right. Okay, you're right. We should literally kill every single person that has ever said the N-word at any point of their lives. This is the only way to solve the problem. You got it. Like, no one, you're arguing against a point that I'm not making.
Oh boy,
Special.
Another Diddy Piker meltdown for the ages. Editor, make sure to save that one in the folder. We will be using that a lot. You know, every time I think Hasan can't get worse, he finds a way. Where there is a will, there is a way, guys. Old man yells at stream, part 2000. Anyways, here's Hasan's comment section. Isn't it funny how every conservative became an expert at using M-dashes overnight? So I guess they're basically saying that anyone criticizing Hasan is, I don't know, using ChatGPT or AI. Mrs. Mamdani is way cooler than anyone directly in politics. Of course you love the terrorist supporters. And now the Wall Street Journal is trying to cancel Hasan with a smear article. What is up with these people? Yeah, I think we'll check this out next video. How dare she solidarity with people who have been oppressed for 80 years? How people can criticize something like that? Okay, you clearly don't know English. And second off, she solidarity with the terrorists. Like, what is wrong with you? The fact that she was 15 when she tweeted that and people are this mad is insane. Are you 15? What the fuck?
These people are stupid. Brainwashed.
Zionists have been desperately trying to turn black Americans against the Palestinian cause. I don't think anybody forced her to say the N-word. And I don't think anybody forced Hasan's fans to melt down over it. She was a kid and already knew bait. Interesting. What did you mean by that? You're not referring to the N-word.
Stupid.
Because that's crazy. That's crazy. Bro, why is Hasan's chat debating him for the fun of it? They're annoying as hell. we got a division between Hasan's YouTube fans and Twitch fans now. This 20-minute rant absolutely rips. Oh, of course, it's great content for the series. Moving on to streamer Bonnie.
Okay, well, that's it for Hasan. This video came out to be 48 minutes. Holy shit. And with him, it was only 32, so there we go. But check out more Pegasus, his original video. Love this dude. He's hilarious, and he finds all the juicy bits. Love this guy. So go check out his channel. Go check out Tectone, especially when he ends up coming back. And keep an eye on. I got like 10 to like 12 clips that I'm going to be uploading here soon. So later, guys.